Welcome back to Another Day with Jay. And today we got our bus drivers safe. My CDL Class B passenger operators. Is it safe to drive a bus? Should it be more done to protect drivers? Should it be a pay increase for these positions? Now granted, all CDL truck driving jobs are dangerous and pose a risk, but I like to think that the risk of city bus drivers had the highest threat risk besides delivering hazmats. Let me know what y'all think. Reason being, you have hundreds of different personalities, attitudes. You don't know who's having a good day or a bad day and so forth. It's not like a Greyhound charter bus that has random searches at the station. With that being said, people aboard the bus with guns, knives, and etc. Whether they're into it with ops or just don't want to be caught lacking or whatever. As a defenseless driver strapped in a seatbelt, what preventative measures should be taken? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Comment, like, and subscribe.
This video, released by Embark Wednesday afternoon, shows the moment a customer assaulted a bus driver. Seconds later, the bus slams into a Britain District business.
The operator is doing well, obviously had, some bumps and bruises. We got him to medical facilities right after, and he's off work now, but doing well.
The suspect wanted to get let off of the train tracks here and attacked whenever the bus driver said no.
It reinforces as an organization, we have to continue to train like we have in the past and try to prepare our transit professionals for these situations as best we can.
Embark says they're adding more safety trainings, including a focus on de-escalation. They'll work with several safety agencies to make their response faster and more efficient in dangerous scenarios.
It's very difficult to prepare for somebody really assaulting you while you're operating a vehicle in motion. And so from that standpoint, I think the operator handled it as well as could be expected for any of us.
And as bad as the crash looks here, everyone on the bus was okay, and so was everyone inside Britain Lumber. In OKC, Dakota Wapakichi, KOCO 5 News.
Our side tonight, getting the first look at dramatic video tonight of a shootout on a CATS bus. And it started while the bus was moving. First told you about that shooting. It happened last week. Happened when a passenger on the bus, who police have identified as this man right here, Omari Tobias, pulled out a gun on the bus operator. His name, David Fullard. Both men shot at each other. Both were hit, all while the bus kept moving and other passengers dove for cover. Now, WBTV's Caroline Hicks walks us through the chilling footage inside that bus.
It was around 11:15 in the morning when passenger Omari Tobias asked the driver, David Fullard, if he could get off the bus in between stops near the Steel Creek Premium Outlet Mall. When Fullard said no, things got tense. A few minutes later, Tobias can be seen pulling out a gun and walking towards Fullard. That's when Fullard pulls out his own gun. Both start shooting. As shots ring out, two other passengers can be seen running to the back of the bus, both ducking for cover by the rear doors. Fullard then stops the bus and gets out of his seat to talk to Tobias. Fullard, standing in the aisle, shoots at Tobias again. And he doesn't stop there. After Tobias runs off of the bus, Fullard steps off and fires a final shot. In Charlotte, Caroline Hicks, WBTV, on your side.
Caroline, thank you. Now, according to CATS, bus operator David Fullard was terminated from his job. He is not currently charged with a crime. Omari Tobias is behind bars, facing several charges, including assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injuries.
We're hearing from the CATS driver involved in a shootout with a passenger.
You'll remember we showed you this surveillance video from the incident last month, and it shows the moments guns were drawn and shots fired. The driver has since lost his job, and we've learned he will not be facing criminal charges.
That's right. He sat down with our Jessie Pierre. She joins us with the revealing interview.
David Fullard says he is lucky to be alive, and he says this incident could have been prevented if the right safety measures were in place. He is calling for immediate action to be taken to protect his former fellow bus drivers before it's too late.
That's just mentally disturbing me about what happened to me. I could have been dead.
Former CATS bus driver David Fullard still trying to wrap his mind around what happened on May 18. This is video from inside the bus showing moments before gunshots were fired between Fullard and a passenger.
It's scary. It was real scary. And then I think about what happened. And I said, you know what? I don't never want to go through this again.
Along with the mental scars, you can see on his arm a physical one, where a bullet remains lodged inside him. Fullard is now without a job. It is against CATS policy to have a weapon while on duty. He worked for the agency for nearly 20 years.
Without this job, I wouldn't be able to get the things that I have. Cars, house, raise my kids the right way, but over the years, things just got worse.
For months, CATS bus drivers have called for better protections on the job, following several incidents of violence while working.
They are afraid that they might be the next victim, because they might not be so lucky, so they are scared. And still again, after all of this that went down, we still don't have the measurements of security out there to protect us.
Fullard says it comes down to increasing security or adding police presence at the transit centers or on buses.
Even if it's just a random bus check, to let the passengers and the bus drivers know we are secure. This will put the criminals a little bit more afraid to even come on these buses with weapons.
Fullard says he feels for his former co-workers as safety remains a top concern.
All I can do is just pray for them, that they can go home to their family, because there's nothing been put in place to protect them. All I can do is just get on my knees and pray. That's all I can do.
Right now, CATS and city leaders are working on a plan to substantially increase funds towards safety and security contracts within the next 2 years. To help with security, agency leaders also say all buses have a silent alarm system to call for help. Jessie Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.